Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Chodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach and do rule well. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect that puts to the truth, the thought of truth, and sincerity. Salaki Akim, bear with me. Camera, I'm gonna make sure the camera is focusing. Working out of two books right now. I'm gonna read real quick. I'm gonna read out of the KJV. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. Bible Kashah, bear with me. Salakia. Make sure the camera's focusing. All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped it for the affliction. Meaning what? They basically, the heathens, our main enemies, which is Esau, Edom, went overboard and furthering uh our affliction. You know, the so-called Negroes, Negroes, and Hispanics. All right, we gotta ask this kid, man, bad, which was a judgment for our breaking the law, statutes, commandments. You know, and there's a finish this off. Therefore, thus said the Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercy. My house shall be built in it, said the Yahweh of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. So eventually, you know, mercy will be shown to us. But the reason I brought Zechariah in verse 115, because you know, I was just reading a book. You know, it caught my attention, and you know, just reading it on my own leisure, my own free time, and you know, just reading a little bit of you know, a little bit of just regular, you know, history. Not regular history, but as far as, you know, another day of Jake in this captivity, another day of Jake, you know, being tortured by the hands of Esau, Edom. So real quick, I'm gonna read a couple of chapters in this book. It's called The Warmth of Other Sons. Once again, it's just a book of different events that happened to Jake. I'll put it that way. So that October, a 20-year-old colored man, so like a colored farmhand, named Neil was accused of the rape and murder of a 20-year-old white woman named Lola Candy. All right, and this is in Florida. But pretty much the point I'm getting at is that you know how it ended. You know, Jake was accused of raping and killing this woman. But you're gonna see how Esau Edom, how he went, you know, very violently in killing Jake, man. But at the time, Salakia. But at the time, pastures ran so high that a band of more than 300 men armed with guns, knives, and torches and dynamite went searching for Neil. This is the Jake that was accused of killing this little white girl in every jail within a 75-mile radius of Marina. The manhunt forced the authorities to move Neil across the panhandle from Marina to Panama to from Marina to Panama City, it's in Florida, by car, to Camp Walton by boat, to Pensacola by car, again with the mob on their trail. So anyway, you know, Esau Edom kept following, you know, kept on a hunt for this Jake that once again was accused. But this is the point I want to get to. All right, so they finally caught Neil in Alabama, but I want to skip down. Make sure the camera's focusing. It was the early morning hours of October 26th, a Friday. Neil chief abductors, a self-described committee of six, an oddly officious term commonly used by the leaders of southern lynch mobs, set the lynching for 8 p.m. You know, back then they would have watch parties and, you know, things to see Jake, you know, hang. All right, the whole picnic type of thing. When most everyone would be off work, the advance notice allowed word to spread by radio, teletype, and afternoon papers to Western time zones. Once again, it was an event to watch Jake hang on a tree and Jake be tortured. Well, before the appointed hour, Several thousand people had gathered at the lynching site. The crowd grew so large and unruly, people having been given sufficient forewarning to come in from other states, that the committee of six, fearing a riot, took Neil to the woods by the Chipotle River to wait out the crowds and torture him before the execution. There, his captors took knives and castrated him in the woods. Cut his genitals off. Then they made him eat the severed body parts and say he liked it, a witness said. So these are the violent and barbarian ways of Esau Edom, Mr. Red Man. All right, the peoples that is ruling the world today. These are the same peoples. All right, they are their forefathers, man, coming back. There, his captors took knives and castrated him in the woods, man. All right, who thinks of ways like this, man? This is strong hatred for you so-called Negroes, Native and Hispanics, man. All right, and this is a Judite. All right, and especially the tribe of Judah, they call it the worst because they the head tribe. You know, castrated this man and made him eat his own body parts, man. These peoples, Esau Edom, is barbarian, man. One man threw up at the sight, wrote the historian James R. McGrovin. One man threw up at the sight of it made him sick. This is an Edomite that was at the lynch party, at the lynch mob party, watching this Jake be tortured. He threw up at the sight of what was taking place, man. This is sickening. These are some very sick peoples. That's why I brought out Zechariah 1 and 15. I'm going to read it one more time. This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped it for the affliction. Man, this hatred that, they have for us, man, is strong. It's not going anywhere. All right? Esau Edom was the whooping stick for, the nation of Israel, man. Let's grab a book of Psalms, Salakia. Matter of fact, I'm grab a book of Ezekiel 35. And brothers, we all know the history, and we all know, like I said, what took place, and I was just reading on my own leisure and just read on my own free time, and and just is what it is. We amongst these other nations, man. We got to keep in mind, and we got to be aware. And as the title says, just awareness that nothing has changed for the brothers. For the new brothers that's coming into the truth. All right, nothing had changed, man. We cannot make these people as our friends, as it says in the book of Sirach, chapter 12. Never trust thine enemy. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, Salakia. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and it reads, Moreover, the word of the Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Mount Seir, which is the habitat of Esau Edom. But, today, the top place for Esau Edom is what? America. And say unto it, thus said the Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, meaning they have a forever hatred for the nation of Israel. No matter what era you go into, no matter what, time it is, no matter what, decade, generation, Esau Edom still hate you Jakes, man. You can go back 1,000 years ago, and Esau Edom still had that same hatred for you. It has not went away. It's, Esau and Jacob, but really it goes back further than that. It goes back to the Garden of Eden. So it just this old hatred, because thou has had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Yahweh, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Blood shall pursue thee. Said, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. So when we get Esau Edom in our kingdom, when the tables flip, because the tables will flip, meaning what? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. The curses that we are, that we were and still up under today, it all will fall on Esau, Edom, man. Okay, any other nations as well will go into slavery. They will get their asses kicked as well, but not like Esau, Edom, man. All right, real quick, grab a book of Psalm 17. Just to further prove that, Esau, Edom is, is here for, to whoop us, man. He's a tool of the Most High, for our, to beat us down. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, Esau, Edom is the wicked, and he is Yahweh Shemashai's sword to beat us down. Okay, so everything that happened to Jake's, our misfortune, our, us getting tortured by Esau, us being in captivity and slavery, all this, is all of the will of Yahweh Shemashai. We just gotta continue to be aware of these devils, man. All right, and be, just be circumspect. But like I said, it was just, something I just want to bring out, and it's just something to stay in mind, to be aware. So anyways, I'm in it there, giving our praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Hudash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, Barakah.